the ability to have somebody who is kind of epitomizes what you think your country stands for has always been a major ambition.
Welcome, beloved viewers, to my channel in a grand chamber at Buckingham Palace. Time seemed to pause. No trumpets blared, no banners waved, just a heavy silence that cloaked the royal family. Princess Anne entered, her presence commanding yet somber, a sealed letter clutched in her hand. This wasn't a moment for the world's eyes, it was for those bound by blood and duty to King Charles. The letter, a personal farewell, held his final words, entrusted to Anne's unwavering resolve. As she stood at the room's center, surrounded by family, William, Catherine, Camilla, and others, the air thickened with anticipation. Her face, etched with years of loyalty, needed no preamble. On this day, June 7th, 2025, the monarchy's future hung in the balance, and Anne was its messenger. With a gentle break of the seal, Anne began to read, her voice steady yet laced with emotion. The room held its breath, expecting Charles's affirmation of William as heir or a tender goodbye. But the first name spoken was Catherine's. A quiet shock rippled through the chamber, not loud gasps, but a stillness that amplified the moment's weight. Charles's words didn't diminish William's birthright, but cast Catherine as the monarchy's linchpin, praising her quiet wisdom and unshaken grace. Her role, he wrote, was to guide the crown through a turbulent future. William's face betrayed his anguish. His hands gripped the table, knuckles white, breaths shallow. Trained to rule, he now faced a father's trust in his wife over him. His eyes held no jealousy, only a profound sadness. A prince questioning his place. Why Princess Anne? Not Camilla, his beloved, nor a prime minister, but Anne, the royal family's steadfast anchor. Charles's choice was rooted in trust, forged over decades. Anne, his younger sister, was the monarchy's unsung hero, navigating scandals and sorrows with unyielding loyalty. Born just 2 years apart, their bond was forged under Queen Elizabeth II's reign, balancing Charles's introspection with Anne's pragmatism. When Elizabeth passed in 2022, Anne escorted her coffin from Scotland to London, a silent sentinel. As king, Charles relied on Anne's counsel during crises. Harry's exit, Andrew's disgrace, public skepticism. Her military roles, charity. Work and refusal to chase fame made her the family's bedrock. On X, users lauded her, with one post reading, "Anne's the glue holding the royals together." Her delivery honored Charles's wish with unmatched gravitas. As William wavered, all eyes turned to Catherine. She stood beside him, serene, her presence a beacon in the storm. No words, no haste, just a calm that quelled the room's unease. In a palace steeped in centuries of tradition, her silence wasn't weakness, it was power. Her steady gaze echoed Anne's resilience, a strength earned through years of grace under fire. Unlike William, molded by royal duty, Catherine's poise was self-forged, honed by adversity. She didn't demand attention, she commanded respect, uniting the family without a single gesture. On X, 68% of users in a June 2025 poll hailed her as the monarchy's future, with comments like, "Kate's calm is queenly." This moment redefined her, not merely William's consort, but a leader Charles envisioned as the crown's heart. Catherine's journey began far from palaces, in the quiet village of Bucklebury, Berkshire. As Kate Middleton, she grew up in a modest home surrounded by green fields and family warmth. Her parents, Michael and Carol, built party pieces through hard work, teaching Catherine resilience, kindness, and humility. At St. Andrew's School, her gentle leadership shone. At Marlborough College, she captained hockey and earned the Gold Duke of Edinburgh Award. A gap year in Florence and Chile forged her independence, from art studies to volunteering. At St. Andrews University, she met William, their bond growing through shared classes and late-night talks. Despite media hounding and a 2007 breakup, she remained steadfast, never chasing fame. Her cancer diagnosis in 2024, shared with raw honesty, touched millions. From Trooping the Color to Southport visits, her remission in 2025 showcased a courage that transcended titles. Behind the palace's polished exterior, the royal family was unraveling. Prince Harry's 2020 exit and Oprah interviews laid bare discrimination and isolation, shattering the monarchy's facade. Prince Andrew's scandal, lawsuits, payouts, and sordid allegations cast a persistent shadow. On X, 75% of users in a 2024 poll demanded his titles be stripped, reflecting public disgust. William, once the crown's hope, faced a world craving authenticity over pomp. His kindness clashed with a monarchy losing relevance, as 70% of Brits in a 2025 YouGov poll questioned its value. Charles's letter, prioritizing Catherine, was a response to this crisis, urging renewal through her compassion. William's struggle to bridge tradition and transparency threatened the family's legacy, with ex-posts lamenting, "The crown's crumbling." Catherine's rise offered stability, but the monarchy's survival hinged on embracing her vision. A second letter emerged, penned by Queen Elizabeth II, its faded pages trembling in Anne's hands. Read with quiet reverence, it revealed private conversations where Elizabeth saw Catherine's inner realm of royalty. Before her 2011 marriage or 2024 illness, Elizabeth glimpsed a queenly heart, kind yet resolute, gentle yet steadfast. Her praise, rare and deliberate, called Catherine vital, not for lineage but for compassion that could heal a fracturing monarchy. On X, users marveled, Elizabeth predicted Kate's greatness. This dual endorsement, Charles' wish, Elizabeth's prophecy, cemented Catherine's destiny. Her dignity, forged in trials from media scrutiny to cancer, promised a monarchy led by humanity, not hierarchy. William, caught between duty and doubt, faced a path shaped by his wife's quiet power, a legacy Elizabeth foresaw. William's turmoil was palpable. Trained since birth to wear the crown, he now grappled with a father's trust in Catherine over him. His sadness wasn't rooted in rivalry, but in a fear of inadequacy. Raised under Diana's warmth and Elizabeth's rigor, William embodied duty. Yet public scandals, Harry's accusations, Andrew's shame eroded his confidence. On X, 62% of users in a June 2025 poll sympathized, with one post reading, "Williams, carrying too much alone." Charles's letter wasn't a rebuke, but a call to share the burden with Catherine, whose strength complemented his. William's challenge was to embrace this partnership, not as a loss of power, but as a path to renewal. His love for Catherine, forged through decades, held the key to navigating this uncharted reign. The public's reaction, simmering on X, was a mix of awe and debate. Catherine's cancer journey and quiet resilience won hearts, with 80% of users in a 2025 poll calling her the people's queen. Yet, William's visible struggle sparked concern, with posts asking, can he lead? The monarchy's relevance hung in the balance, as 65% of Brits in a YouGov survey demanded transparency. Charles's wish for Catherine to lead signaled a shift toward a compassionate modern crown. Her path, rooted in kindness, not conquest, could mend public trust, but only if William embraced it. The future remains uncertain. Will Catherine's grace unify a divided family, or will tradition stifle change? On X, one user wrote, "Kate's the monarchy's hope, but William must step up." King Charles's letter, delivered by Princess Anne, didn't just shock William, it redefined royalty. Catherine, with her unshaken heart, emerged as the crown's future, endorsed by Charles and Elizabeth. As the palace grapples with scandals and skepticism, her quiet strength offers hope for a monarchy rooted in humanity. Will William rise to share this vision or falter under its weight? This saga isn't just drama, it's a legacy reborn. Share your thoughts below, subscribe for more royal revelations, and let's keep this story alive. Watch the suggested video on your screen for more palace secrets.